Now that you've figured out what lookalike audiences are, it's time to take the next step. And in this lesson, I will show you how to create a lookalike audience. So to get started, log in into your Facebook Ads Manager and then click on Tools. Can you see that? Just click here. Then select Audiences from the drop-down. Then click on Create Audience and on Lookalike Audience. Perfect. As you can see, there are two sections that we'll have to specify. First of all, select the source. What's the audience that you want to duplicate? What's the audience that you want to clone? Well, in this case, it's your fans. So go ahead and select your fan page. In this case, it's AdBaker. Next, we have to specify the country. Really important. If you want to reach out to a number of different markets, let's say the US market, Germany, and the United Kingdom, you have to create a lookalike audience for each country separately. So you have to create one for Germany, then create a brand new one for the United States and a brand new one for the United Kingdom. To keep things simple, let's just create a lookalike audience for Germany. Then we will have to determine the audience size of our lookalike audience. As you can see, there is a slider and you can move it to the very left and to the very right. Now with the slider, you're defining the size of your audience, but here's something you have to know. If you move the slider to the very left, you're getting very precise results. You're getting a very similar audience. However, the reach of that audience is limited to only 290,000 people. So on the one hand, you're getting very accurate and precise results. On the other hand, your reach is kind of limited. And if we move the slider to the very right, that's the other extreme. We are getting a much bigger reach, 2.9 million people, right? However, the results that we are getting here are less precise. So the audience on the very left side is more similar than the audience on the right side, okay? So the more people you reach, the less precise your audience gets. So that's the basic principle of defining the audience. Now, what should you do? Here's what I recommend. If you're starting out, if it's a first lookalike audience that you create, move the slider to the very left. Okay, create a very narrow but very precise audience. And then start using that audience to promote your fan page. If you see that the people who are reaching out to you, the lookalike audience that you created, gets kind of exhausted, then create a new audience and move the slider one to the right. So just increase the audience size. You're reaching out to more people. They are maybe not as similar as if you would keep the slider, as if you would move the slider to the very left. But still, you increased the reach of your target audience. And again, reach out to those people, ask them to like your fan page if you see that you're getting worse results and people stop responding to your ads. Next, move the slider to the one more step to the right. So I don't want you to create like 10 different lookalike audiences if you're starting out, especially if you're not spending like thousands of dollars a day on Facebook, which I do not assume. So if you're starting out with a really limited budget and it's the first time you create a lookalike audience, move the slider to the very left, create your first ads, and if you see that your audience is kind of exhausted, they've seen your ads, they stop responding to your advertising, then just increase the audience size and test again. If you're done, click on Create Audience. Facebook will create a lookalike audience for you. It will take up to 15 to 30 minutes until you can use it. And in the next video, I will show you how to use that lookalike audience to grow your fan base.